Each and every one of us has an unlimited inner wellspring of spiritual power. You have the ability to transform, create, and heal anything upon which you set your heart and mind. Join me, Sarah Hall, as we learn how to uplift all aspects of your life through spiritual empowerment. Enjoy weekly guided meditations, spiritual discussions on a multitude of topics, and a chance to call in to receive channeled messages from the angels on your spiritual journey. I'm Sarah Hall, and this is Through the Eyes of the Angels. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be coming to you live today on the radio here at Project Bring Me to Life. Such an honor. So our topic for today is the mind-body-spirit connection. We're going to talk what this connection is and how understanding it and working with it can empower you through life changes and through manifesting your goals and dreams. The mind-body-spirit connection is such an empowering thing to explore. And today, I'm going to share messages that I've received from the angels on this connection over the past several years. I have been communicating and working with the angels for about the past 10 years or so on my own spiritual journey and as a professional healer and intuitive counselor. Throughout that time, I've repeatedly received guidance for both myself and for my clients that sometimes at first glance seems to not be related necessarily to the issue at hand. For example, someone will ask me about what they need to do to take the next steps in their career. And then in response, the angels will give them guidance such as, well, it's really time to clean up your diet, to manifest that change in your career, make dietary changes, and improve your health. Now, at first glance, you might think, what does what I eat have to do with making a change in my career? Well, the reason the angels give such guidance is because of the mind-body-spirit connection. They have a heightened perspective of what's going on in our lives. They see things from a sort of bird's eye view. So the angels see connections of cause and effect in our lives that oftentimes we may not be aware of. So in our example, if the angels guide you to change your diet to further your career, it's very likely because uplifting your health will positively affect what you're manifesting in your career. For example, when you take better care of your body, you'll have more energy, clarity of mind, and focus. This uplifts all areas of your life, certainly, and can help to remove blocks and stagnant energy so that your work life improves. This overall life clearing might be just what you needed to manifest changes in your career. So it's really interesting to see that connection. I've always learned to always trust the guidance that my angels give me because their guidance has always helped me. And I've learned through experience that the connection between our mind, body, and spirit is something that we can use to further our goals, heal ourselves, and really uplift all areas of our life. Now, later on in the show, you will have the opportunity to call in and ask questions or to receive an angel reading. So I'll give you the number. The number to call is 240-979-4111. You can go ahead and save that number for later. Again, the number is 240-979-4111. And know that even if you don't get in for a angel reading today, you can always contact me for a private angel session through my website at www.seraphim.com. That's www.seraphim.com. Now, if you've been listening to this show for a while, you may have heard me use the phrase, as above, so below, as below, so above. This phrase is an ancient Hermetic axiom describing the nature of the universe. It's one of the main principles of the ancient alchemists used to understand the spiritual and physical worlds. This axiom is the perfect place to begin in understanding the connection between body, mind, and spirit. Because you see, the body, mind, and spirit are perfect reflections of one another. What exists in the spirit exists in the mind and exists in the body. So you are not just the physical body that you live in. You exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. You're present in the physical world, in the mind, and in the spiritual world all at once. The spiritual aspect of your being is eternal. The soul is the core essence of your being. It does not die, and it is endless. Now, if you've explored, let's say, New Age spiritual ideas, you've probably heard the term higher self being used at one point or another. I want to talk to you about your higher self for a moment. Your higher self, essentially, is the spiritual aspect of you that remains fully rooted in the source of the universe. In other words, your higher self is with God now and always. This part of you is incredibly wise. It remembers every past life you have ever lived. It knows and understands your life purpose. And it remembers every single soul contract or agreement you have made to meet, learn, and connect with soulmates. The higher self is the part of you that has access to all the wisdom and knowledge of the universe. It is the part of you that is egoless, or without fear or attachment to impermanent things. It is the ultimate observer within you. It represents your potential to reach enlightenment, or in other words, to reach a state that is perfectly one with God, perfectly in a state of love. This part of you is like your constant anchor to spiritual truth, to your soul's true home in heaven. The higher self is part of your nature and can be accessed through your mind. Your mind is like a doorway between heaven and earth. It is the aspect of you that can travel among these different dimensions of your being. The mind is programmed with everything that the higher self knows. It is a reflection of the higher self. But since the mind is fully anchored in this dimension, this world, this human experience, it has an ego. Now, like your higher self, your soul, the mind never necessarily dies. Your consciousness doesn't end. It just evolves. And according to the angels, part of the main reason most of us are here in human lifetimes is so that we can evolve. Having a human experience is a powerful adventure that permanently shapes our eternal journey of spiritual expansion. Our consciousness, anchored then both in the higher self, in God, and in the lower self, in this lower dimension of seeming separateness from God, creates a powerful environment in which great yearning and desire seems to shape every aspect of our lives. You see, the soul's nature is expansion. It wants to be free to expand, grow, and evolve endlessly. The source, fuel, reason, and meaning beneath that desire to expand is love, or in other words, God, our source. So when we come into a human experience, the mind is subconsciously programmed with the eternal love and knowledge of our higher selves, which creates yearning in the mind to access that love and knowledge and to expand it. We're also born into a world with, again, that seeming separateness of God. We live in a dimension where the source of all things has expressed itself as many things, as forms. And as I said before, we have an ego. To be a spiritual being And to have an ego is a curious thing, isn't it? We can feel that seeming separateness from love or from God very acutely. And that too creates a state of great yearning and desire in us. Desire to love, desire to be loved, desire to be in a state of love with God. Practically every single thing that you want in your human existence is in truth actually a desire for love. So, the mind is a hub of that experience. Your consciousness is the hub or the intersection of your soul's focus within the oneness of all existence and the many seeming separate forms of existence. The mind is constantly moving and evolving, just like all things are in the world of form, and yet it is the doorway to the infinite and can be in a state that reflects the oneness. According to the angels, the mind, both in the personal individual sense of your mind, as well as the collective mind, the collective consciousness that we all are and share, is essentially a spiritual dimension. The mind is a spiritual dimension. The mind is made of, creates, and shapes spiritual light and energy. It's relating with the spirit world all the time. So the part of your spiritual presence that is anchored in your mental and physical bodies is usually referred to as your light or energy body. This part of you is imbued with thought, feeling, memory, and consciousness. So it's affected by the mind and all it picks up on in the physical world. And it is also affected by the spirit world. The light or energy body can receive healing, love, and messages from the angels, or feel the presence of the Creator and thereby evolve and change in its resonance or state of being. So you see, it accesses the spirit world and the physical world all at once. When you receive Reiki, for example, or other forms of energy healing, what the healer is doing is sending light or spiritual energy into your light body. And your light or energy body is fully 100% infused and focused into your physical body. So when the healer makes a shift in your spiritual energy body, it immediately influences your physical body, helping it to heal. As I said before, your energy body is imbued with thought, memory, and feeling. And the energy body is, as I said, fully infused in the physical body. So it is present in every single cell of your body at all times, the spiritual body, that energy body. What that means is that you're conscious with your whole body. Your consciousness doesn't just exist up in your brain. It's everywhere in your whole body. And the experiences of the body have an immediate impact on what we're feeling and plays an incredibly strong role in determining our state of being. And meaning that our physical existence and experience really plays a role in shaping the spiritual experience that we have. Which brings me to the most important lesson or point that I'd like to make today about the mind-body-spirit connection. And that is, what you do to your body, you do to your mind, and you do to your spirit. Conversely, what you do to your mind, you do to your spirit, and you do to your body. What you do to your spirit, then, you do to your mind, and you do to your body. So when you make a change in one aspect of your being or in one area of your life, it will affect all aspects of your being and of your life. All aspects of your being touch and immediately reflect one another. Knowing this, understanding this, and working consciously with this knowledge can be incredibly powerful in making life changes. So, for example, if you wish to bring about a life change, it is wise to start making changes towards your goal at the level of each of your being's aspects. If you want to achieve a new goal, let's say, for example, in your work, do something to support that goal in your body, mind, and spirit. So at the level of your body, for example, you could begin by eating more healthfully and exercising. When you exercise, you create physical strength and discipline, and you release physical toxins. Therefore, when you exercise, you are also disciplining and strengthening the mind, your willpower, and helping yourself release emotional or mental toxins from negative thoughts or limited beliefs. I'm sure many of you who've really tried working with exercise or yoga or any other physical discipline have seen the way that it really disciplines and shapes the mind. So let's take that further. If we see that, then therefore when you exercise, you are also sending that structure, focus, strength, and choice to be in a resonance of health into the spirit as well. This helps your spiritual energy to receive guidance, inspiration, and fuel from your higher self, because your spiritual energy, since it's become more uplifted, it's in this focus state, will become a more focused and efficient space holder for your higher self, changing and uplifting the kinds of experiences you then attract in your physical world. So you're working towards that life change, reaching to manifest more success in your goals, and you've begun to feel a real difference by doing something positive for the body. You will double the strength of that effort by also doing something to affect change at the level of the mind. For example, you could choose to begin stating positive affirmations daily as you work towards your goal. Stating something such as, let's say, I am successful in my work and fulfill my life's purpose. As you program these intentions regularly into your mind, you're healing and shifting the thought cycles, emotions, and energy levels within you, within the mind. Those empowering statements transform the mind, which will instantly create a response in the physical body. Have you ever had a moment where you felt just unspeakably happy and noticed that the joy you were feeling immediately uplifted your body, giving you more physical energy, relieving any physical discomfort, and even creating healing and health in your physical body? That is the mind-body connection at work. What you choose to think immediately creates physical, chemical changes in the body. Your brain chemistry and neural network immediately responds to the thoughts that you choose. Your muscles immediately relax or tense up in response to your thoughts and feelings. Now, if you really want to empower and fuel that life change we were discussing, you'll add not only a positive change for the physical and mental routines of your lifestyle, but also a change for your spirit, connecting with your spiritual life. For example, you could begin to also practice meditation or prayer to help uplift you towards your goals. When you meditate, for example, you're working to still and calm the part of your mind and spirit that is focused in the physical world of constantly changing form, as we discussed. You're working to clear distraction so that you align yourself with that part of your spirit and mind that is focused within the oneness with the higher self. Through meditation, you can become one with the higher self. You can be your higher self, giving your earthly life a dose of the divine, which immediately creates peace, clarity, and health for the mind, and health and strength for the body. And it alters the energy around you such that the experiences you attract in your life are more positive and loving, and begin to reflect the love and the wisdom of the spirit. So when you focus on a goal or change in your life with all of your being, with your mind, body, and spirit, all levels of you, you are sure to experience very real results. So use that mind-body-spirit connection as you approach any life changes. Use it as your roadmap in creating powerful life change. And you'll learn that you truly are an absolutely unlimited being, with the power to make any change upon which you set your heart and mind. It's truly wonderful. So now let's go ahead and connect together and use that mind, body, spirit connection as we join together in a guided meditation. After our meditation, I will be taking your calls, so you can be ready for that. But for now, let's gather together. Take a moment to adjust your body, relaxing it into a deep, nice and comfortable, supported position with your spine nice and aligned and centered. Feels good, doesn't it? And take in a deep, healing breath as you close your eyes and begin to relax. Continue to breathe very deeply and very gently, feeling that with every breath you take, your body is beginning to relax more and more deeply. Notice that your muscles are beginning to let go of any subtle tensions that they may have been holding on to, softening and letting go. Feeling your joints begin to soften. Feeling that relaxation reaching all the way down to your very bones. Noticing that the breath is beginning to flow into your heart, surrounding your heartbeat with calm. As your heartbeat gently, gently begins to slow down to a very relaxed and receptive rhythm. With your next deep healing breath, imagine that you're breathing in a beautiful white light, representing your connection to the divine. Feel that white light floating in through the top of your head at your crown chakra and through the center of your forehead at the third eye chakra. Allow this light to flow into the very center of your mind, feeling it awakening and opening the center seed of consciousness in your mind. With every breath that you take, that inner seed of light begins to grow and expand. Notice that with each expansion, with each breath, you grow more still and more calm, easily noticing that your mind seems to now be inhabiting a more expanded space around you. It is somewhat bigger, isn't it, when you calm down and get still and quiet. Breathing very deeply, notice now that that beautiful white light is flowing from the center of your mind through each and every one of your chakras or energy centers within your spiritual energy body. Once again, notice that the light is flowing in through the third eye and through the crown chakra at the top of your head. The light is flowing down through the head region, passing through the throat chakra, flowing down into the heart chakra, clearing and healing everything as it goes. You're feeling the light moving down into the solar plexus chakra, breathing it down into the sacral chakra in the hip region, and breathing the light down into the root chakra at the very bottom of the spine at the tailbone. And just take several breaths, feeling how good it is to share this network of stillness peace, and empowerment at every level of your being. With your next deep breath, gather the light at the very bottom of your spine, and then as you exhale, feel the light just flowing all the way back up your spine, flowing upwards, 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 until once again it's concentrated at the top of your head, at the crown chakra. Taking another nice deep breath in, gather the light at the crown chakra, and as you exhale, allow that beautiful white light to flow upwards out the top of your head and into the higher spiritual dimensions. We are now going to travel to meet your higher self. Breathing deeply, feel that white light just immersing you, surrounding you everywhere, helping you to feel so calm, so at peace, just wrapped in a sense of love and beauty and sweetness. Let that light grow and grow and grow in its brightness until it seems to open a door in front of you. Breathing deeply, move through that door and notice that sitting before you is an image of your higher self. Take a moment to get to know your higher self. Look into his or her eyes, feeling the powerful sense of calm, stillness, and peace that seems to radiate outward from your higher self. Feel the unconditional love that this part of you has for you, for your life, for every aspect of your existence. And then just breathe in, assimilating that feeling, letting yourself become one with it. With your next breath, feel yourself gently approaching your higher self, getting close to him or her, noticing that the light within you is now merging with your higher self. Breathe deeply, feeling that inner seed of the center of your consciousness aligning and becoming exactly one with the inner seed of consciousness that is your higher self. And as you breathe, just allowing this incredible experience to unfold, simply think the thought or hold the intention, I am my higher self. I am perfectly one with God, the source of all the universe. I am perfectly one with all the wisdom, power, and knowledge that exists. And in this space, I have access to all of that knowledge and power. Feel how beautiful it is to be so powerfully connected with the oneness. And breathe. With your next deep healing breath, we're just going to now take this opportunity to set an intention or to make a prayer for your life. Go ahead and take just a moment to think of a healing intention, a wish, or a prayer that you have. And just focus upon it from the mind of your higher self. And breathe. Notice the way that your higher self responds to this intention. Notice any messages of insight or guidance or strength that you might be receiving as you connect with your higher self and to this intention. And breathe very deeply as your higher self now fulfills that wish in energetic, spiritual truth. Allow your wish or intention to be fulfilled. Right now, visualize that there's a beautiful white light that is forming in the palms of your hand. Feel this light growing in brightness and power, just expanding right in your hands. And let this light represent the energy of your wish fulfilled. Your higher self is now guiding you to take that light, take that energy, and to just imagine that you are pouring it now into your life. Feel yourself carrying it within you. Place your hands energetically over your heart, feeling that beautiful energy of your wish fulfilled resonating and becoming one with your entire being. And now, with your next breath, imagine that you are once again traveling, sinking downwards through the light, back into your physical body. Breathe deeply, feeling yourself flowing downwards, passing through your crown chakra at the top of your head, feeling your energy sliding in through the third eye chakra at the center of your forehead. And breathe the energy of your intention fulfilled into every cell in your body. Feeling it moving through every single chakra of your energy body as the light flows from your head region down through the throat chakra, where you'll have the ability to communicate the truth of this intention. Feel it manifesting and moving into the heart chakra, where you will feel a connection to your intention fulfilled. You'll feel the love and attachment to it. Feel then as this beautiful light moves down into the solar plexus chakra, where the light connects with your sense of confidence in this, of being empowered with ideas to take action out in the world with this idea. Allow the light to flow all the way down into the sacral chakra, feeling this center of creativity, infusing its energy with this intention. Feeling it becoming physical desires, physical action steps, relationships, etc. with the physical world. And then finally, breathe that intention all the way down into the root chakra at the tailbone, noticing that the energy and the light is now manifesting into physical form. You can feel it becoming a physical experience just around the corner. Breathe deeply and confidently, trusting in this mind-body-spirit connection, and knowing that as you continue to give birth to your intention or your inspiration, you can use the mind, body, and spirit approach to manifesting to quickly and successfully bring this intention into fruition in whatever way you need to. Good. Let's now take in another deep, clearing breath together and ground our energy back into our bodies and into the earth. Visualize that you're collecting that energy right at the root chakra where we left off, really, really gathering it up. And when you exhale, send that light and energy out the tailbone, down the legs, and out the feet into Mother Earth. Feeling as Mother Earth beautifully guides you, holds on to your energy, helps you to create a root system between you and your energy in the earth's energy. Our angels are now reminding us that we are the most powerful when we are grounded, when we focus the strength of our mind and the strength of our spirit in through the body and through into the physical world, physical reality. According to the angels, so many of you are light workers, beings that have come here to make a difference. So your physical influence in this life is so very important. Your angels are now showing us that they're gathering around you, simply channeling their love and their support, getting very close to you today as they shield and seal up your energy after this energy work we've been doing. Feeling that shield and sealing as if it is a beautiful white cocoon of light closing all around you, helping you to feel so safe, so at peace. And with your next deep breath, you can simply thank the angels, thank yourself, your higher self. And with your next exhale, you can gently open your eyes and shift right back into the room and into the moment. Very, very good. All right, so that was great. We got the experience of actually feeling what it's like to use our mind, body, spirit connection together, and I hope that you'll continue to practice it. So now is the exciting time in our show where we're going to take some of your calls. You can feel free to call in to ask questions on our topic for today, the mind-body-spirit connection, or you can request an angel reading. And the number to call, once again, is 240-979-4111. And while we're waiting for our first caller, we will start by getting some angel guidance for all of us who are listening today. And this guidance will apply to you whether you're listening live or on rebroadcast. What I'm simply going to do is to ask the angels to give us the messages that we all need to hear for today, for our highest path of peace. And trust the law of attraction as I pull 3 cards from the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck that I'll be working with today. This deck is by Doreen Virtue. So I'm just going ahead and shuffling today. And when you work with oracle cards on your own, you can do the same thing. Just shuffle and trust that you can't pick the wrong card. That when you come to a card that you feel is the one that you're supposed to have for this reading, you just stop and you pull it. So I've done just that. I have our 3 cards in front of us, and I'm just going to turn them over and see what we have for today. So our first card that we have for our collective reading is the Surrender and Release card. Beautiful. This is a card that represents that in order to uplift and heal in your life, in order to manifest a new change, a very important aspect of manifestation is necessary first. The aspect in which you release or let go of certainly the past, anything that may have gotten in your way in the past, anything that does not serve you, bringing this new energy or this new healing into your life now. And also, another message your angels are giving us from this is surrender the intention itself. I'm getting a message right here that basically says that when you hold a really strong intention for yourself, very oftentimes people will really, really spend a lot of time thinking about their intention, maybe even obsessing over it, asking for their their goal, or that what they're praying for over and over again. And in that way, what that can sometimes reflect is almost being more in a fear of not getting what you're asking for, really focusing and concentrating on the absence of what you want rather than focusing on what you do have. So I'm hearing your angels say that for today, if you're manifesting a new intention, just release it, just surrender it to God and the angels, and then simply trust that is going to come about, and shift your focus instead of from a place of yearning for that and just really feeling the feeling of maybe not having it. Focus on instead trusting, having faith that it is coming, that you have it already in spiritual truth, and even feeling grateful. Practice feeling excited and happy and grateful and energized that you have it, because the more that you focus your energy on already having that which you want, the more powerfully you receive it, and the more healing it is for your process. So this is the time to surrender and release. Let's go ahead and now look at our next card in line here. We have the Ideas and Inspiration card that has come up next. This is so cool. I really think that our theme as to what the angels want to tell us today is all about manifestation, all about manifesting a new goal or perhaps a healing or something like that in your life. And the Ideas and Inspiration card says that essentially, once you surrender and release and let go of the past, of anything that you've been holding on to that wasn't working before and trying to get what you want, and also let go, as they said, of the fear of not having what you want, that's when the ideas and the inspiration starts to come through. Those ideas will fuel you receiving what it is you are looking for on this path, and it will really, really help you get inspired. Something that I'm hearing the angels say for this as well is that when you are praying for support, asking for a life change, oftentimes the angels or God or any other higher power that you're connecting with will answer you, will give you an answer to that prayer and help you by giving you an idea and then guiding you to take action on that idea. So notice when you get repeated ideas or thoughts or inspirations that just seem to repeatedly cycle through your mind, because this is a sign that usually it's divine guidance. And one of the ways that you can tell the difference between getting divine guidance, a divinely inspired idea, and perhaps a thought that maybe comes from your ego or something like that, is that divine guidance is always consistent. Always, always consistent. It usually will tell you very gently and very kindly the same thing over and over again. Whereas if you get a thought from your ego, the ego will sometimes jump around to a million different ideas at once. One day it wants you to do one thing, the other day it wants you to do another thing, and it's just skipping around all over the place. So that's one way that you can really tell the difference, and really notice that the angels are speaking to you through that. The angels are also adding one last little thing for this card. They're saying that when you are looking to receive divine guidance, and you're looking for new ideas and inspiration in your life to support your path, ask the angels to uplift your focus and your awareness in your mind so that you'll be able to recognize or be aware of the kinds of inspirations that you're receiving that are divine guidance, and to have faith in them and trust them when they come through. That's very, very important. So what the angels are kind of guiding you towards today is just remember that as you're praying, you will start to receive ideas, and those inspirations will need to be put into action in order to make some changes. So let's go ahead and see what our third and final card is today for our manifesting theme that we've got here. The final card, I love this. We've got the Signs card. signs. So that is so cool. I just love it when each card, one after the next, just creates this perfect storyboard of information that we have before us. The signs card is a card that tells us that you will be receiving divine signs and synchronicities outside of you, not just in your ideas in your own head, that will guide you towards your truth. So that will be really, really, really helpful going forward. Now, it looks as if we have our first caller on the line with us today. So I'm just going to switch over here. Caller, you are on the air. Thank you so much for calling. If you could just introduce yourself and tell us where you're calling from today, that would be wonderful.
Hi, Sarah. My name is Lindsay, and I'm calling from Florida.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi. I was wondering, we're going to be moving soon, and I was wondering if that was in our highest and best good, or, just I guess a general reading in general, if you don't want to.
Yes. So the first feeling that I get from the idea of moving feels really, really good, actually. This feels like it is something that is for your highest good. And I'm going to turn over 3 cards from our deck here, our Healing with the Angels deck, just to see if we can get some more details on the moving idea. So the first card that I pulled is the Freedom card. Freedom. And they're saying that this is going to be a really positive change of pace for you, actually. It looks as if your angels are saying that it's important for you to get into a new kind of energy. They're saying that the energy that you're in right now might be a little bit harsh or even claustrophobic feeling, and it's time for a change. It's like I'm getting this sense of let's spread our wings and get into something brand new where we'll have a blank slate. So that's definitely a good thing to know, that there's freedom, there's positive movement in other areas of your life, besides just, the location where you live, that come out of moving. The second card that I pulled is the Divine Guidance card, which is awesome, saying that this move is divinely guided. Have you been hearing or feeling nudges to move for quite a while?
Yes, for at least a year, and been trying to get it together. I think the only thing is it was a difference between, trying to purchase, and this is actually a leasing situation, and so that was my only sort of trepidation, would be leasing not be fruitful, but I get a good feeling about it as well, like that I'll have freedom. I agree 1,000%.
Yes, it absolutely feels that way. And as far as leasing versus owning for now, it feels just temporarily. This is great. This is good, because your angels are saying the priority is just to get you in the new environment, to get you in this new energy, and to just catalyze some really, really wonderful changes. So they're saying bravo, and listening to the divine guidance that you got in those repeated thoughts and feelings that you were receiving for like a year. That's wonderful. They're saying continue to trust it, because it's going to take you in a wonderful new direction. Now, the final card that I pulled for this is the Friendship card. I think this is really cool, because the message that I'm immediately getting from your angels, they're leaping out and they're saying that there will be really wonderful new relationships that seem to spur on as a result of moving. So it's like you'll find your people, your family, your crowd, sort of thing, in this new area. So it feels as if, again, the energy just matches you on all levels, especially with the people that you'll be connecting with. So that's definitely awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear. And I've been seeing the number 49 a whole lot, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I just repeatedly see that number. And I don't know. That's so cool that this is aligned up, and thank you for telling me that.
Yes, wow. And actually, the number 49, just to give you a little insight on that one, that number usually means that the angels are extremely present in helping you to manifest your life purpose. Really present in manifesting your life purpose. So whenever you see 4s, usually that's going to be the angels, and our 9s are the number of manifestation. Manifestation, you think of the number 9 and you think, okay, it takes 9 months, let's say, for a baby to gestate in the womb, in the womb, and then it moves out into the world, and we get the number 10 that comes right after that, which is sort of like, oh, we've culminated, we've come to a new state of being after that. But 9 is manifestation. So it feels as if there is a little alarm clock going off within you to help to bring about your life purpose. So they're
Wow.
very much supporting you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, you are so welcome. Well, thank you so much for calling in today. It was a pleasure to talk with you.
Okay, goodbye.
Thanks. All right. That was so great. All right. So it looks like we'll have time for another caller if anybody wants to call in. But while we're waiting to see if anybody else will call in for us today, I did also want to mention that tomorrow is the full moon. And since there have been so many messages coming up lately with the general reading that we got and also for Lindsay's reading about manifestation. The full moon is actually a really powerful time to manifest. It's a time where you can look to sort of reap some of your harvests. And in fact, tomorrow's full moon is known as the harvest moon since it's the full moon closest to the autumnal equinox, which is coming up 1 week from today. The autumnal equinox, literally 1 week from today, Thursday of next week. Can you believe it's fall? It's amazing. It's already upon us. So tomorrow's full moon is going to also be a lunar eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, and it is a time where the energy is generally going to be bringing us a lot of emotional healing around what we might be trying to manifest. And I find that this is so true, and this so reflects that mind-body-spirit connection that we've been talking about today, that when you want to manifest something new, want to do something brand new in your life, let's say you are moving to a new location, you want to find a new job or a new relationship, so often the angels will guide us to work on emotionally healing ourselves first. In order to come about those changes, because if you change your emotions, if you heal your emotions around a situation or your beliefs, your deeper belief system about what you're capable of doing, it literally changes the vibration of the spiritual energy that is all around you, which changes the kinds of people that begin to show up in your lives, the kinds of aspects that you bring out in other people and the relationships of your life. And it also just changes the kinds of things that you're going to start noticing in the world. You'll notice that there are doors that start to open as you get lighter and lighter and lighter when you release emotional weight out of your life. So perfect example of that mind, body, and spirit connection that we're talking about. And it's something that is coming up starting tomorrow. You'll be feeling probably the energy of the full moon. Usually people will feel it starting 3 or 4 days before the full moon starts, and up to 3 or 4 days if you're really sensitive, maybe even up to a week after the full moon has ended, because again, it's just such a time of transition and really feeling stuff. The moon represents our emotions. If the sun represents the part of us that is outward facing the world and our personality, kind of what's out there in an outward sense, the moon is our inner world. So of course it reflects your deeper feelings. And that's why a lot of people feel extra emotional around full moons. But this particular full moon, again, it's a lunar eclipse in Pisces, and it's going to create a lot of emotional healing. Eclipses especially take us into an even deeper and sometimes for most of us more vulnerable place in terms of that healing. But it's good because it helps us to find the deepest underlying beliefs or thoughts or feelings that we are hanging on to that are directly playing a role in what is going on in our lives right now. So really trust it. If there are things that come up over the next couple of days that seem to trigger you emotionally, listen to those things. Take some time to set aside and meditate, listen to what your heart is telling you, because these things, even if they seem unrelated, are directly related to manifesting whatever change or goal you're working on and focusing on in your life now. So that's really, really wonderful. Pisces also helps us with intuition, helps us with listening to the inner world in us, which is so wonderful. So that'll be a wonderful thing. Also, I would like to mention too, if you would like to see my full moon reading that I will be doing in with full details and everything that we can kind of expect as for the next moon cycle coming forward, I will be posting a full moon reading tomorrow on my YouTube channel. You can check it out on my YouTube channel just by searching my first name and last name, Sarah Hall. Usually it's the first thing that comes up. And definitely subscribe to it. But I give full and new moon readings bi-monthly. And I will also be posting that full moon reading on Facebook and Twitter as well, if you guys would like to check it out there. All right. So it looks as if we are just coming to the end of our show now for today. We're almost at the end of our time. Oh my gosh, you guys, time flies. I love you. So great to connect with you like this. And I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. Do join us again next month on Thursday, October 20th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be discussing shamanism, elementals, and earth-based spirituality. I am so super excited for this show. I think it's a great topic for the month of October, actually, because in my experience, I find that October, fall, and also the springtime are times when the veil seems to be a little bit thin between the physical world and the elemental world or the spirit world. We can feel the elementals around us really, really closely. So I thought that that'd be a great time to talk about our earth-based spirituality. And I'm super excited because next month I will also be joined by guest speaker Felicia Armstrong. Felicia is a shaman and spiritual intuitive with a particular talent in communicating with the elementals, with whom she works to create healing natural skincare products with a magical twist. Felicia's skincare line is called Enchanted Apothecary, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love her products. They're all natural and very healthy for sensitive bodies. They absolutely smell divine, and there is such a light, lovely energy to them. So to learn more about Felicia and her fantastic botanical products, you can visit her website at www.enchantedskincare.com. That's enchantedskincare.com. I am so looking forward to learning more about what she will have to teach us next month on shamanism and elementals. Also, if you didn't get a chance to get through for your angel reading today, but you would like one, remember that you can always get in touch with me for a private session via my website at www.seraphim.com. That's www.seraphim.com. You can also keep in touch with me, as I said, through my Facebook page, which can be found at facebook.com/SarahHall1111. That's SarahHall 1111. And also follow me on my Twitter page where I can be found at Seraphim444. That's SERAPHIM 444. Or on my YouTube page, of course, where you're getting your guided meditations, bi-monthly angel readings, and spiritual discussions. So if you would like to listen to this show or any of the other ones that we've done on rebroadcast or share it with a friend, you will always be able to find it on www.spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com/show/Bring Me to Life Radio. You can also find that link on www.projectbringmetolife.com, and I will also be posting it on Facebook and Twitter. And for more fantastic spiritual talk radio, music, art, podcasts, events, and so much more, visit www.projectbringmetolife.com. These guys do such a wonderful job and create such an enormous and beautiful network of like-minded individuals who are just bringing such wonderful things into the world. So thank you, Project Bring Me to Life. And thank you so much again for all of you for tuning in today. It was so wonderful to connect with you, and know until we meet again that you are so loved and so very blessed. Thank you, and bye.